What are the mysteries of 8? All right, that's the question for today. That's the question for number 142 on the list of the 144 fractal faculties of the Tree of Life. If you'd like to get a full listing of all 144 fractal faculties for free, just put your name and email in the comment section. I will send it out to you. You can click the link, but I think there's something wrong with my automated system, so I think I need to do it manually. So just put that in the comment section. Also, watch my video called Tree of Life: An Introduction over on YouTube. It's just a 10-minute video, and it will get you up to speed to the point where you can watch all 144 of these videos and have enough background. Okay, also, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can send me $10 and buy a copy of my book called The Mass Tree, Reclaiming the Kabbalah from the Cabal. And that is done by just putting $10 in my Venmo account or Cash App, which are listed in the description. Okay, now number 142. This is the tree here, the Tree of Life, and this is basically a map of our consciousness. And each one of the circles or spheres on the tree is an aspect of our consciousness, or a faculty of our consciousness, or an ability of our consciousness, a potential of our consciousness. And there are 12 circles or spheres, numbered 10 through 0. And then there is also the abyss right here. So that's a total of 12. And today, for number 142, we're way up here in the 0 sphere. And the 0 sphere corresponds, as you could guess or may know, the 0 corresponds to nothing, and nothingness, and a lack of. And so it is kind of our faculty that is marked by a lack, lack of emotion, lack of experience, and it is not part of the universe. There is no 0 in the universe. It is in contradiction to the first sphere. The first sphere is the all, and the first sphere is our higher self, at our deepest center that subsists and underlies everything. It's our God particle that is, at our center. But once we get there, once we experience our center, we recognize that we're inextricably linked with everything else in the universe. And so it connects everything together. We're all part of the all. But the 0 is not part of that. But the 0 is part of the creator. Okay, so the 0 sphere is not part of the universe, but it is part of the creator. The creator has an independent existence that is not part of the universe, that we are not privy to. Okay, and you can think of this in terms of non-REM sleep, where you can go to sleep, and at your deepest sleep, you're out. You do not experience that. You could be sleeping for 5 minutes or for 5 hours, and you don't know the difference because you're out. You're not experiencing it. But when you wake up, you feel replenished and you feel rejuvenated, because that's how the 0 sphere operates to us. It rejuvenates us, even though we don't experience it. And so even though we didn't experience it, we wake up and we say, oh, that was great. That was a great sleep that I had. But we specifically say that only because we feel rejuvenated, not because we experienced it. And also the zero sphere corresponds to numbers and arithmetic and numerology, whereas the first sphere corresponds to geometry. So these are perfect sciences. They don't make mistakes. They are, the geometrical figures are perfect. The numbers are perfect. They always work out. You don't make mistakes. They always check out. And, that's part of the quadrivium, with the third sphere being music and sacred music, and the second sphere being astronomy and astrology. Okay, now, the zero sphere is one of our 12 faculties of consciousness, but we're talking about 144 fractal faculties of consciousness. So in order to get from 12 to 144, we basically take the whole thing to the second power. So that's what we're doing here, is we're taking the tree of life to the second power, and that's represented graphically by taking the whole tree and shrinking it down to just the size of one sphere and applying it to each one of the 12 spheres. So we have to imagine a mini tree here on each one of the spheres. And when we do that, when we add all of them up, we end up with 144. So there is, a mini tree, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, within each sphere. So within the sixth sphere, there's a mini 10th sphere, and a mini 9th sphere, and a mini 8th sphere, and a mini 7th sphere. And so these are, instead of mini, you can also use the word fractal or fractional. So that is how we get from 12 to 144. So as a result, the zero sphere has a mini tree on it. Now the difference with the zero sphere is that it's upside down. So the zero sphere actually at the bottom is the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and at the top is the 10. So we're working our way to the top, and here at number 142, we are at the 8th fractal of the zero sphere. Now, recall that the 8th sphere has to do with the consensus worldview, has to do with the trickster, it has to do with the expert opinion and the conventional wisdom, it has to do with the logical thinking faculty, syllogistic logic based on separating things out into categories based on their surface characteristics, not their internal characteristics, but their surface characteristics. And, when you think here at this level of the third sphere, you're setting yourself up to be duped because the 8th sphere is a trickster, and you're also you're believing in a system that is inherently flawed. And so as a result, when you try to solve problems with the 8th sphere, you end up creating more problems than you solve. So that's the Hydra problem. You solve one problem, but 2 more problems emerge. And then also in terms of using this as a fractal of the zero sphere, just recall the zero sphere has to do with numbers. So this is also the number of 8. And that is kind of mostly what we were going to be looking at here with number 142, which is called 8 balls, 8 cubes, 8 jhanas, 8 twists, 8 turns, 8 zigs, 8 zags, 8 right angles. Completion, the first cube. Stage number 142 is about how 7 gives us the notes, the spectrum, but 8 gives us closure, the end of the cycle or the spiral. 8 completes the octave, coming back to 0 degrees, but at a higher level, times 2. The jhana are the notes, the octave of consciousness. Ask the magic 8-ball anything. There is an 8-ball, 8-vertex star tetrahedron that stabilizes the cube by using diagonals. A cube has 8 corners and is 2 by 2 by 2. 8 cubes fitting into 8 balls. A square peg into a round hole to a higher power. 8 right angles is 720 degrees. 2 rotations made up of various twists and turns, zigs and zags. 2 rotations, 1 in each direction, counterclockwise and clockwise. 8 concentration jhanas, or trances, or states of consciousness, as we move further and further into meditation. Outward 1/2, or in one direction with form, and inward in the other direction is formless. Core aspects of our attentional anatomy. To know them well is to know something profound about the core mechanics of how attention works and develops. In hard jhana, it feels as if our mind has been fused to those qualities. Unlike insight stages, which is used for vipassana meditation, the jhanas, which is used for concentration meditation. The jhanas tend to be pleasurable, but do not indicate any acquisition of wisdom. Concentration practices do not lead directly to insights and irreversible realizations. The first jhana, in its fundamental aspect, is about the application of effort, the beginnings of phenomena, and the center of attention. Plenty of information slips through without being perceived clearly. The clear awareness of just this causes the mind eventually to let go of the first jhana and jump to the second jhana, or second note. Less effort is required to keep the attention here at the second note. Clarity is increased, and the ability to discern subtle details with respect to the meditation object itself. And there is a pleasurable wow factor of that state, which eventually becomes annoying. And the rapture drops away, and eventually we reach the third jhana, which is a more cool bodily bliss and equanimity. Like going from focusing on the donut hole to focusing on the outer edge of the donut, or torus. Broad sensations at the center of attention also tend to be the least clear. But in this state, we experience equanimity, subtle bliss, and a cool and restful environment. At the fourth jhana, everything coalesces. The center of attention is combined with the ability to perceive the periphery. And then in the formless realms, in the fifth jhana, we pay less attention to the objects or occurrences in the meditation space and more to the space itself. The sixth jhana is called infinite consciousness, which is a very tempting state. Ask what is observing boundless consciousness, and the mind will let go of this state and shift to the seventh jhana, nothingness, like space with all the lights completely out. Reality is there, but it is tuned out. And then, while here there's still awareness of this state, there can be awareness that is neither the consciousness nor the space. But if there is any quality, that quality is the awareness itself. The eighth jhana is neither perception nor non-perception. It is not possible to investigate this state as you would in vipassana meditation, because it is too incomprehensible. But it is one of the 8 jhanas here in the concentration. And all right, that is what we have here so far for the 8th fractal of the 0 sphere. 8 balls, 8 cubes, 8 jhanas, 8 twists, 8 turns, 8 zigs, 8 zags, 8 right angles. All right, and now stay tuned. I'll be doing number 143 on this list tomorrow, and obviously I will wrap it up with number 144 then on Monday. Again, if you'd like to get your free copy of my guide to the 144 fractal faculties, just click the link in the send me an email. No, send your email, put it in the comment section, and then I will see it, and I will send that to you for free. You can also buy my book called The Mastery by sending me $10 or more on Venmo or Cash App. You can also donate directly to me through that Venmo or Cash App. And otherwise, just stay tuned for future videos. Once we wrap up the Tree of Life on Monday, we'll be embarking on a new unit and new videos on other subjects. But first, we got to lay the foundation with the Tree of Life, because the Tree of Life is a great tool for, especially for this channel, because we're going to be covering a lot of very difficult topics. And the Tree of Life enables you to really be able to tackle difficult subjects, because it gives you a built-in foundation that helps you to remember, recall, to utilize, to prioritize, and to categorize all these other different subjects. It makes your mind ordered. It's basically just, it's not brainwashing, but it's cleaning out your mind so that it's ordered. It's not, you're not washing all the stuff in your brain away, but you're just putting it in order. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you very soon. Have a great day.